Welcome to the Den Theater. I want all the Grogrus and I want all the Gragras to please welcome to the stage, Wado!
Off. I'm gonna need everyone to be quiet and make yourself scarce just for a moment. If I can just have a private conversation with the person over the God mic. Are you there?
I'm here.
How's it hanging, man?
It's hanging.
Okay. So I'm going to lead with a major compliment. You got Grogu's and Gragras really right. By which I mean literally just saying those two words, which usually has about a 1% success rate with the tech booth. You nailed that, and I like that you put a little stank on it. That you made it personal and you gave it some energy. That's a major compliment. I must acknowledge and as I'm about to say this, remember the compliment. Keep that tight in the back of your head. Literally the only time I've ever been introduced incorrectly. So it's kind of fun, because it's like an inverse of the usual. Watto. Now it sounded like a Waymo or a Wawo. And I want to just kind of investigate what happened here, serial style. Was it like a nerves, a pressure thing? Did Patrick write it down wrong? And this is an open space and a safe space. And by the way, I just want to remind you, no one else is in the room. No one else can hear this.
Is that, oh. Honestly, I was so focused on not tripping over Grogu's and Gragras.
This is helpful.
I was locked in on that first half,
Yeah.
and then the truck kind of run away after that.
Yeah, it's interesting, because I think usually what happens is the opposite, is people are sitting there with the copy and they go, oh, I can't wait to say Watto. And then the truck runs over Grogu's and Gragras. This is helpful. We can work with this. Can we I'm just going to step out for a second.
Yes.
And if you want to do Grogu's and Gragras again, if you feel like you have it in you, that's great. I also don't want you to ruin the miracle run you're on right now. So let's just say you can say anything you want as long as it ends with Watto.
Okay.
And I'm just going to be right here and just make it really short. And I feel like if this works, it'd be a great opportunity for a standing ovation, especially because you folks felt like weirdly fucking seated when I came out. So it's just, we're all taking a mulligan on this one. We're going to reset. I got a really good feeling about this.
And now, Grogrus and Gragras, please welcome to the stage, Watto!
The hard T. I'm hearing the hard T from the crowd. Thank you so much. Oh, I'm so humbled to think that happened organically. And by the way, best intro of my fucking life. Wow. Wow. Hello, Chicago! My name is Watto. Welcome to the George Lucas Talk Show. It hasn't started yet, I should mention. None of this is canon. This is warm-up. I have a couple roles on this show. Warm-up comic is one of them. Just a little kind of table setting quickly. Who here has ever experienced the George Lucas Talk Show in any form before? Okay. We'd never really done a show not only in Chicago, but in this kind of general area. So this is, I feel like, for a lot of the people, first opportunity to come see us live. Many of you who maybe watched it online or traveled for other shows. But here's what I'm a little bit more curious about. Raise your hand if you have never before, in any form, seen any single solitary second of the George Lucas Talk Show. Hands, hands, hands. Hands. And there was a point over to your hand, which really kind of drove the attention over here, front row. And I want to restate, and as proven by the exchange that just happened, that was really healthy and productive. This is a very safe space. Some would argue this is the last safe space. And with that spirit in mind, and with 3 perfect pronunciations of Grogu's, Gragras, and Watto that we're all feeling right now, I ask you, and there's no wrong answer, what do you think this is? No wrong answer. Safe space.
I think it's a take on a talk show where George Lucas hosts it.
That is so fucking dead on. I'm not kidding when I say that's maybe the best answer we've ever gotten. Holding a hot hand here in Chicago tonight. It is a take on a talk show. The only thing I'd correct is the take is do the most normal talk show ever. That's the take, is strip away all the fluff. Let's just classic talk show. And a little bit of backstory. George Lucas, retired filmmaker, writer of the most financially successful joke in history, creator of the Star Wars and Indiana Jones franchises, amongst others. His life has not been all sunshine and roses. We all experience our setbacks in life, some larger than others. And George experienced his own kind of mispronunciation of Watto, if you will. He was the victim, or I should say, the bereaved, in a literal kidnapping. One dark and stormy night, he ran upstairs. He just felt it in a way only a parent can, in his heart, that something was wrong. And he ran upstairs to the nursery, and he looked in the crib. He pulled the blankets off, empty. His child was gone. And in its place, a note. Dear George Lucas, thank you for agreeing to sell Lucasfilm to us. Here are the $6 billion we agreed upon. Sincerely, the Walt Disney Company. A crime! How dare they? But George, of course, is in this well of ideas. And rather than create another fantastic universe that would charm generations, because we all know he had it in him, just as sharp as he ever was, he said, maybe it's time to test a different side of myself. Showcase the parts of me that I've never shared with the public. My sparkling wit, my boundless charisma, and my ability to connect deeply with other human beings on a conversational level. And thus, the George Lucas Talk Show was born as a series of self-funded test shows, and here we are 11 years in, still looking for a buyer. That joke used to have like more of a negative connotation to it that no one was buying. But if we were on the network, we would have been canceled by now. I feel like that's basically all I need to say. I just want to test out some of the levels here as an audience. What you're going to do is something really funny happens. What are you going to do if someone takes a really brave political stance? I liked kind of the odd sounds there. Ooh, ooh. And what are you going to do if in real time George Lucas does create that next fantastic universe? Okay. It's not going to happen. He's retired. But I just want to test the levels. Let's start the fucking show.
Retired filmmaker George Lucas.
Yeah, let's bring the house lights up so the people can see their champion. This might be the most difficult audience layout George has faced to date. We've never really played a theater in the round before, but his desire to connect to the common person is endless. He's going around the back. Okay. Come on, babe, why don't we paint the town? And all that jizz, I'm going to own 2 slaves and wear a vest that's brown. And all that jizz, start this ship. I know a Wookiee spot where the force is strong, but the volcano's hot. I'm a Toydarian. Tonight we'll have some fun and all that jizz. Wookiee. And all that jizz back the hand. And all that jizz hoth, 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 hoth.
Make some films and then you change them some. And all that jizz, I put some narrative art inside a museum. And all that jizz, My wife Melody, she wrote a book. I have a copy here. Why don't you take a look? I am a filmmaker, and now I do concur. It's time to do that.
In the lobby, Pat is selling merch and all that
jizz. Sound designed by Walter Murch and all that jizz.
Come on, babe, we're going to walk the sky. I bet you Dr. Jones, he never flew this high. I sell a lot of junk, and there's some in my trunk for all that jizz.
Oh, I want to tell you about my new museum and all that jizz. Oh, those normie Rockwells, you just gotta see 'em and all that jizz. Oh, Chicago didn't want it. Parking lots are what you wanted. It's okay, I put it in LA for all my fans.
Come on, babe, why don't we paint
I
our
want to tell you
town?
about my new museum
And all that jizz. Own two slaves, wear a brown
those
vest.
Normie Rockwells, you just gotta see 'em.
And all that jizz. Start this ship, I know it will be
Chicago
spot
didn't
where
want
the
me.
Fort Sea's strong, but the
Parking lots are
volcano's
like your
hot.
bestie.
I'm a toy dairy,
okay. I put it
we'll
in
have some
LA
fun.
for
It'll
all
that jizz.
Oh, my wife wrote a book and
I love your look and all that jizz.
I'm George Lucas, creator of Star Wars.
And what though?
Nice to see you here in Chicago.
Great to be here.
It's so exciting to be here in our second choice city for the Lucas Museum of Narrative Art, which is opening next September in Los Angeles, the place it was always destined to be.
Marin County was first?
Yeah, well, tried in San Francisco, they didn't want it.
Yeah.
Tried in Chicago, Ram tried to help us. Rahm Emanuel tried to help us.
Rom.
It was going to be a rom-com. That's what it was going to be. It was going to be a rom-com, and but it didn't happen. Chicago just wanted that parking lot so badly.
They couldn't give it up.
Who here has parked at that parking lot recently? The auxiliary parking lot for Soldiers Field. Have people go there a lot? People love to park there. Better than a museum, better than a free $1 billion museum that George Lucas wanted to give you?
Yeah, here's the only narrative that happens in that parking lot now. You look for a spot, you park there, you get out of your car. There could have been alley-oop strips.
Yeah. Could have been Pogo Possum strips, could have been Flash Gordon posters.
Oh.
What you could have had.
A shmoo. There could have been shmoo in there.
Oh, there could have been so much shmoo.
Shmoo sketches.
So much shmoo.
And you would have gone, what a story playing out in my brain right now.
Oh, but you didn't want it, and
No.
which is a great transition to
Incredible.
bring out our producer.
Yes. I heard, I don't know if you heard this.
I don't know if I did.
There's a new show. It's actually kind of a hit show in its second season now on Netflix that's loosely inspired by Patrick Kottner as a kind of social phenomenon.
Oh, what's it called?
Nobody Wants This.
Oh. That was your intro,
That was
Patrick.
your intro, Patrick.
Thought it would at least end with my name. That's usually how it works.
What'd you say,
I
Patrick?
said I thought it would at least end with my name. That's why it didn't come
We
out.
said your
but-
name earlier and
I
you didn't
know.
take the cue.
All right. That's all right. Hi, everybody.
Patrick, you got a song for us?
No.
Nice way to show your respect for the fine people of Chicago. There's like 20 other numbers in that show. You could have
Yeah.
done Mr. Cellophane or some shit.
That's true. I'll just embody Mr. Cellophane. Is that enough?
All right.
Okay.
Hey, Waddle, let's bring our guests out. We've got a fantastic lineup
You got an
of
incredible
guests.
lineup. I wanted to
gotta.
get straight to what?
I said you gotta. It's supposed
We
to be
should acknowledge this. We've never done a 360 vision show before.
That's right. And I want to shout out to the people who with obstructed view.
Yeah.
Some of you consciously clicked to check out on obstructed view seats.
Right.
And some of you bought seats that didn't say they were obstructed view and now are discovering they are.
Yes.
So sorry.
Because of us having to fit 6 people on stage. But this is a gift.
Yeah, because I came up with a really fun idea, which is that the people who are sitting in obstructed view seats, you are called obstructoids.
It's a new species. And here's the thing, we're going to be very conscious of you.
right.
So maybe there's some things you're going to miss, but there are other things that are going to be only for you.
Yeah. There might be, I mean, we can't promise this, but maybe the best part of the show might be just for the obstructoids.
Right. Because maybe Patrick says something that makes me go like, oh, brother.
Are you kidding
Yeah.
me?
I'm sure
And
that
you
will
don't-
happen.
You have no idea what I'm doing over here, but
Yeah.
over here,
I'll do my best.
Grogers and Gragas, please give it up for 3 phenomenal guests tonight. Katie Rich, Colt Cabana, and Nora Dunn!
Whoa!
Katie.
It was Katie. It was Katie.
George, do you want to explain what just happened?
All right. There is a recurring bit. It's fairly new to the show, and this was the thing that the audience was just screaming now. Did any of you make out the words what they were screaming?
I did.
What do you think they were screaming?
Our guest.
See, you don't have it right, but that's what I thought.
That's what we thought.
Our guest.
Yes, we had. I'll go ahead and because this is sort of like an origin story. It's a prequel to this show. We had some guests on the show once who were part of an amusing Star Trek animated show on Paramount Plus called Lower Decks, and because the audience was so excited about them, they started of their own accord yelling "Lower Decks, Lower Decks."
We misheard that.
The nature of acoustics. The nature. I'm in my 80s. It's not easy to make out a spontaneous chant like that.
I technically don't have ears. He forgot to render them.
I heard it fine.
I thought
Yeah.
that they were yelling "our guests," and I was, but other people thought they were yelling "power guest."
That's what I heard. Power
Right.
guest.
And so a tradition, a ritual was invented, which is that, and the guests are not told this before the show.
That's the most important part of the ritual.
So we didn't prep you for this.
Yeah.
The power guest is the guest who sits down last upon coming out.
And it was Katie
It was
by a photo finish.
So
thought it
close.
was me.
No, it was
Photo
Katie.
finish.
You bitch.
Wow! Obstructoids, can you believe this?
You know what?
Did you see what happened?
Because you have to understand, the second our guests come out, our eyes are laser focused on your butts.
on your butts.
We're
I'm
not
sorry.
taking our eyes off your butts until all 3 butts are down. And I assure Colt, it was very close, and it was tight because the 3 of you were playing this game of who's sitting where.
Yeah.
You were all being so polite
You
to each
hung
other.
in the air for a second.
It could have gone any way.
I am the power guest.
No.
No.
First of all,
No.
that doesn't sound like something the power guest would say.
It's the last thing the power guest would say.
That's like I'm the king. You
Right.
don't need to. The real
You don't
power
call
guest.
it.
Look at what a real power guest looks like.
This is so powerful.
She knows.
She
knows. She does not need
She
to
knows.
scream, "I am the power guest."
Yes.
Yes.
Shine those shoes, Colt. Shine those shoes.
This bitch knows what she's doing.
I want to do a mic check. I got a
Okay.
sense there was some. Do we feel like we all have microphone ability?
Having technical difficulties.
I can't hear
Uh-oh.
Nora. We got to, this is very important. George, you're theatrically trained, so if your mic is dead, you can probably project, right?
Well, we're filming it, so it's.
I was setting it up for comedy. There
Oh,
was
okay.
kind of a bit.
I am producing.
How about you produce me a microphone that works?
Okay. Sure. Yeah, I'll be right back.
Do I? Yeah.
That's why he's the best.
Yeah, this is good. This is a good move. This is a good move. Yeah, let's not tangle this, but definitely, we know that mic is resonant, if not too resonant. Okay, that's the power mic.
No, is it? I think we're.
Okay. This is good. This is, and I'm gonna explain to you what's happening here. He's trying to steal Patrick's mic because we know it works too well. And he's the one who needs to talk the least, but we're trying to make sure it's
Boys.
not tangled in the chairs. Oh, Jesus Christ.
George, Watto,
Oh, my God.
can we all speak one by one so that we know which mic is which?
Yes.
Thank you. We'll start with George.
This is my microphone and it works perfectly. Patrick made sure he had the microphone that never failed.
Nora.
I'm Nora Dunn, and I ain't nobody's bitch. I'm from the West Side. That's where Ice didn't go.
Colt.
This is Colt Cabana, backup power guest.
Katie.
And I'm Katie Rich. I'm so happy to be here. I love you guys. This is wonderful.
Can someone test Patrick's mic?
Oh, yeah.
Squeak, squeak, squeak. Honk shoo, nibble, nibble, nibble.
Watto.
This is Watto's mic. There are other mics like it, but this one is Watto's mic.
All right, the microphone situation is now perfect. Patrick, please return to the show.
Yay!
No, please, please. I don't deserve applause just for saying that. I am so thrilled to be here in Chicago. I wish it was under happier circumstances. I would love to be here cutting the ribbon for my museum, and we could all.
I know.
That was the original plan when we booked this show. We booked this venue a decade ago. And I said, I want to, because I thought surely it'll be open by then. I said, 10 years from now, I want to have a show at the Den, and afterwards we'll all go to the museum. We'll be the first ones in the museum.
Snip, snip, snip.
And but it can't happen now. It can't happen. So I'm so sad, but I'm also so filled with spite. This is part of a it's become a spite show now, where I come to tell the people of Chicago what you could have had. You could have had. You see that Norman Rockwell book? You don't see it? Oh, well, you're an obstructoid. Perfect. Perfect. There's a Norman Rockwell book on the shelf. And it's me and my buddy Steve. We collect the most Normie Rockwells in the world.
And to our obstructoids over here, there's a different Norman Rockwell book. It's in stereo. We have one on each side. George, we should maybe explain to our guests, in case they don't know about the museum.
Yeah.
Nora looks a little bit
Yeah.
confused about the museum, not to call you out. This is an educational show. We're here to help inform.
Thank you. I never saw Blade Runner, so. I heard it was good. But I wouldn't have a museum called Blade Runner, you know, especially in LA, because you think of a switchblade, you think of, you know, a stabbing attack. Sometimes you see a lot of people get stabbed to death. But I'm not saying you're a bad director, but it was you know. But.
Nora.
You could put it on the West Side.
Nora, you're not that far off.
Okay.
But you got me confused for Ridley Scott, who also worked with Harrison in Blade Runner. I worked with Harrison,
yeah.
but I worked with Harrison way more, and Harrison liked working with me more. And
I worked with him, and he never mentioned you. I had 2 scenes with him. In fact, when he was coming at me, I took my wedding ring off.
really?
I was like, oh my God, I took it off, put it in my pocket.
Did he notice?
No.
He did? Well,
He said, what are you doing here?
was that the line, or this is how you?
Yeah, and then he said, why are we here so late?
Oh.
I said, well, because we're working right now, and I'm having a scene with you.
Yeah. And how did the scene go? Did you enjoy doing the acting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't have any lines.
You didn't do any
Yeah,
lines?
and I love that because
Is
you don't
that
have to worry
true?
about
'Cause
anything.
that's the real acting I hear
the
is-
action. Put your gloves on.
Yeah.
Take them off.
Now do it faster and more intensely.
I can't do it now. I'm not that kind of an actor. I got to think about it. You know.
Yeah.
Let's get into it. What's your process? I want to say this, and I hope I'm not taking a liberty by saying this. I think if Harrison didn't notice the wedding ring maneuver, it may have been that he got lost in your eyes.
Wow.
'Cause I'm making pretty strong eye contact right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you have a very intense and engaging stare, and it's beguiling.
Wow.
I'm not flirting. I'm a married man.
It's all right.
Maybe if you want to get his attention, Nora, you should have gone, hey, my lack of ring is down here. You know, like gotten the...
I was married at the time, but I did work with him, and when I got home, my husband was in bed, and he goes, "Could you bring me an aspirin? I'm feeling a little sick." I said, "Why don't you work out and get a better body?"
Wait a second. You were married to the guy from the aspirin commercial?
No.
Oh, it
He
sounded
sounded
just like
exactly
him.
like him.
Exactly
though.
like that.
He had,
sounded just
he had a
like
bad body.
Pardon me?
He had a bad body.
Did you want to
Great.
pop?
Patrick, go to a different microphone.
I did what I could. I mean, that's
Well,
a.
you know, because Harrison Ford, he was at the time, he was a great-looking guy.
Oh, Harrison Ford.
Katie, who did you think was being discussed?
Harrison Butker, the kicker for the Chiefs. And I was like, why the fuck would you want to hang out with that man?
Yeah.
He's awful. He thinks you should be in the kitchen. A lot of sports fans here, right? A lot of football fans.
The Venn diagram is a circle between sports fans and
I
George
got
Lucas
it.
talk show fans. Well, yeah.
Thanks.
I read you loud and clear.
Nora, what was the picture you were in with Harrison?
A working girl.
Of course.
Yeah.
My first picture.
That was your first
movie?
picture.
My first
And that's
picture.
before you were on.
Yeah, my first talking.
But that was before you were cast on SNL?
Yeah.
And did that film here?
You mean live from New York?
No.
You're so dumb.
That's
She
fair.
got you, dude.
I
She
opened
got
myself
you.
up for that. Where did Working Girl film?
New York.
You were in New York already. Wow. And in the scene, you had to take gloves off.
I did. I did a great job of it, too. I think about those things. It's method.
Yeah.
You're not going to understand it. It's
No.
method acting.
No, but see, George, I'm an actor too. I was
know.
rendered specifically to act. And George likes to just give commands and do the kind of dancing pony thing. You saw he was like, hey, do the thing. I like talking process. What did you, like, how did you internalize the motivation for the gloves? I'm not going to ask you to act it out. I'm going to ask you if you
good.
could share how you got there.
You know, when you're an actor, you have to think about, when was the last time I put on some gloves?
Yeah.
You know, I had to remember when I was little, I didn't have any gloves because
Yeah.
we were poor. And that made me feel sad. And I go, my character's not sad, so don't think of that. Don't think of your fucking childhood every time you're acting. It's not about your fucking childhood.
Yeah.
All those things are going through your mind, you know, and suddenly, you know, the director goes, can you do it or not for us, Nora? Put the gloves on. I go, I'll take them off, you know. But yeah, it's a difficult process. When you don't have a line, you want to.
Oh, no, it's very tough. Did you do glove work in drama school, or was that your first time really exploring it on
yeah.
a professional level? You did the whole training, yeah.
And I had some plastic gloves at home,
Yeah.
you know.
And Colt, speaking of here, let's trade. Speaking of acting,
Yes, I was in Chicago PD season 2, episode 8. Thank you very much.
That's what it is.
yeah. And some say that's the best season, and some say that's the best episode, right? I'm assuming just because there's everybody loves somebody, that sort of thing.
Everybody loves
Love somebody sometimes.
Keep going.
I just wanted him to do something. Oh, he didn't
No.
do anything. Never
No.
mind.
We paid him for one song.
Yeah. His stool is 2 feet away from the keyboard now.
So, did you get that acting role because professional wrestling is acting, and it's all fake, and it's all acting? And would you address the charges that you are mostly CGI and those aren't real muscles? It's impossible. I can tell how you're rendered. You're CGI. It's good. It's good CGI. What do you say to that?
Wow.
Right?
What do I?
This isn't. Look,
I can't beat up George Lucas on his own show.
Wow. So it is fake. You can't even beat up George Lucas, a famously non-athletic filmmaker. You get best. I couldn't even beat up an octogenarian filmmaker.
Diabetic, too.
A diabetic octogenarian. Listen, Colt, I want to tell you, you can do anything. You're CGI. Think about the possibilities.
I'm supposed to be the bully.
Because it's all scripted, because it's all fake. Supposed to be.
It's a major heel
I wouldn't have
turn by
done this
George.
if you were the power guest, by the way.
But you're not. You're a sweet guy in wrestling.
You're a baby face.
Yeah.
I was until George Lucas told everyone I was a loser.
He didn't say
No,
that.
I'm only having some fun. I scripted all my movies. Like, they're all pre-planned, so I'm just having some fun. I know it's real. You really fight. They bring the cameras. They tell you all to really fight each other, right?
The magicians don't tell their secret. It's so fake.
But magicians, there's an implicit contract with the audience, and dramatists, there's an implicit, and perhaps I've broken the spirit of that, because we started talking shop. We started talking about process, and I thought you'd be open to it, and I realized I've hurt your feelings. And I may have even insulted you professionally. I may have even insulted your honor and your dignity. So what are you gonna do about it? I got him on the ropes, folks. How many seconds would it take for you to pin me?
Traditionally 3.
Oh, because I'm into trilogies? You think that's how it would work? New Hope, Empire, Return.
I'm so sorry. I'm not an expert on Star Wars.
I mean, neither am I compared to some of these people. Like, I don't remember the names of all those droids.
But I thought you had more than 3.
More than 3 Star Wars? Well,
Yeah.
if we're gonna get into it, that's a complicated topic, because there's really just one movie. It's 6 parts, and then other people did other stuff. And then there's also 2 Ewok movies, and then there's the unreleased Detour series. It's 40 episodes, and they never showed it. Although some clips were leaked recently on the internet. You can watch all the clips. We're getting into the weeds here. Colt, I don't want to talk about Star Wars.
Oh.
I want to talk about wrestling.
Do you?
Yeah, because people fight in the Star Wars movies.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Did you ever have a pro wrestler in any of your franchises?
I may have. I don't talk to all the actors. Hey, what do you do?
Makes sense.
Oh, what do you do when you're not here?
Yeah, that makes sense.
I just say, get over there and fight the Tauntaun or whatever. There were some athletic people.
Tauntaun would be a great wrestling name.
Oh, well, it's copyrighted. I don't own it anymore, and I give it to you. You have to take it up with Disney.
That would be cool, because like the way his move would be, he like put you inside him.
Again, I don't know much about Star
Curtis!
Wars.
Just trust me on this one. It's killer.
It's not as bad as Katie just accidentally made it sound like it would be.
No, it's like I'm gonna sleep in you. That's worse.
Yeah.
That's worse.
There's a scene in a Star Wars movie where Han Solo, it's too cold outside, basically. It's too cold. And he doesn't have any way of being warm, so he kills the animal he was riding on, and he gets inside like the guts of it for warmth. And he brings his friend too. They both get inside it. So that's why she said, I'm gonna.
Matt, like I could rip you open and.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's still
Watto,
not great.
I see you have received a deep dish pizza. Wow, organic applause just at the mention of deep dish pizza. It's mostly coming from the center. The sides are a little bit more tepid on.
They can't see it.
Oh, they can't. deep dish pizza.
Now, George, do you know that deep dish isn't actually the main pizza here in Chicago?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. What's the main kind?
Tavern style or thin crust.
What style?
Thin crust, but tavern style is
Tavern.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was there a time when deep dish was the dominant type, or is that's a stereotype that other people outside of Chicago
I
think?
never had it unless I have someone in town. Then like we usually go get it. But to me, it's not even pizza. It's like a different food. It doesn't mean it's bad. It's something. It's like a casserole.
It's a pie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like a cheesecake with pizza toppings, a deep dish pizza.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I thought you would enjoy a tavern style.
I might,
Just
yeah.
knowing the things.
Oh, I get that reference.
Cantina.
Yeah,
like
the
a
cantina.
George.
Oh, right, because a cantina is a type of tavern in the past in
I'm
space.
just trying to find common
near a
ground.
desert.
I really don't want you to feel. I really don't want you to not like Chicago.
Oh, I like Chicago. I wanted my museum here.
Yeah.
I'm just incredibly hurt. But I have a home here. I live in a luxury penthouse apartment here whenever I'm in town, and I come to other museums here, and I like it here.
George, we still haven't explained the museum.
What do you mean?
Oh yeah.
Nora wanted, everyone wanted to know.
Yes.
What
a little
the
more
Lucas
the backstory of the museum.
the Lucas Museum of Narrative Art? It was
Yeah.
supposed to be in San Francisco. They said no. Try to make it Chicago. They said no.
Yeah, but what
now
is
it's
it?
in L.A.
What's
And
wrong with the West Side?
The west side of Chicago? Yes. Well, you tell me. What's wrong with it?
Well, I mean, there's nothing out there.
I want to
We
be
need
by the
something.
I wanted it to be by the water with the other museums on the campus.
No, the water, there's fish in it and stuff. You don't want to be by there.
I wasn't gonna have them throw the paintings out the window into the river.
Wait a minute. There's no paintings in your.
There are paintings.
Paintings of what?
All stories. Paintings that tell stories. Like, little girl, she's got a black eye. She's waiting outside the nurse's office in school. She got in trouble. That's a painting.
We don't really want the museum here.
Oh, Nora,
We have
I've
a
been
lot of
told.
museums. We have a lot of museums. This museum looks like it looks like a spaceship took a crap. And then it just melted. It was hot and
Yeah,
got
so
low.
it looks like Damien Hirst style art.
Hang on,
They
Nora.
make stuff out of-
Nora, you told me about a museum that you like near your house.
Oh yeah, well I live in Evanston. We have the Toby Jug Museum. Yeah, Toby Jug Museum. It closed.
Can you explain to people what it is, though?
What is Toby Jug?
Yeah.
Well, it takes a long time to tell people.
We
what
got
it
We
is.
have
nowhere-
plenty of.
It's a
nowhere to be.
jug made by Toby. And it's usually like it started in England. It's guys like drinking beer, and you see their faces. That they did the Queen. There's all kinds of faces and stuff.
That's what you like in Chicago,
and like
though.
really weird people collect them.
You like Snoopy?
You mean Snoop?
No,
Like
no,
Snoop Dogg?
no, Snoopy, the Charlie Brown's dog.
Do you like Snoopy?
I love Snoopy. He went to space. He's a lawyer. He does puppet shows. He goes to college. He's the coolest guy on the campus. He fought in World War I. Show some respect.
Asking a question.
What about his cousin?
What?
What about
Spike?
Spike?
Well, if we're gonna get into the Snoopy cousins and siblings, we gotta talk about Olaf. We gotta talk about Marbles. We gotta talk about Belle, the girl Snoopy, with eyelashes and a bow in her hair. So you know she's not
Right.
Snoopy.
No.
So
She's in the Epstein files.
Belle. Oh,
yeah.
Belle.
Wait, aren't they supposed to like do a clap on a political stance or something?
A brave political stance.
Do you like Snoopy, Colt?
Are you asking about like Epstein?
I'm assuming that Patrick has done a thorough enough job booking
Yeah.
the show
Yeah.
that we will never have a guest on the show who likes Epstein.
I would say it's only happened once.
It's happened once.
And we're back in 3, 2, 1.
Yes, I like Snoopy. We're back.
That's a power guest. That's a power guest.
You and I were both on the same TV show. Did you know that?
What was that? Was it Disney?
No. I mean, I don't think so. I don't know
Best
who
Friends
owns it
Forever.
now. Who owns, they could own it now.
It wasn't the Pat Sajak show.
No, it wasn't the Pat Sajak show. I wonder, you have such a rich filmography. I've already narrowed it down to television, so we know it wasn't Three Kings. I wasn't in Three Kings. Yep. And
Not in Working Girl.
but it was a network sitcom, and you and I were both on the same show, same season, different episode, and I was on it a little bit before you were.
Big deal. I mean, what am
I'm not on that many TV shows.
I don't have a good memory.
All right,
What was the show?
I'm gonna tell you. Are you excited?
Kind of.
You didn't know you didn't know this. You didn't know when you came on the show. Oh, we're old cast members of a TV show together.
I didn't know.
This is a
I thought I was coming on with George Lucas. I didn't know till I got on the stage. It's a big ruse.
That you'd be here with the rest of us
sorry, I
too?
don't wanna-
You thought it was
I'm not
just
breaking
George?
down any
Right.
walls.
No, no, no.
I get
That's
that you're
right.
George Lucas. I
I'm
get
George
that.
Lucas, but the wrestling thing, you mean?
Well, I didn't.
Sorry to burst your bubble.
Right now, this is a low-key Just Shoot Me reunion.
Oh. Yeah, I can't even remember my part.
Me neither. And I played myself. You played a character.
Guess so.
Yeah. Oh, you would have remembered if Just Shoot Me, you just played Nora Dunn coming into that office,
I
right?
didn't know. I don't know what I'm on until I look through my residual checks and I go, man, I'm getting $1.73 for something I can't even remember.
Yeah. I don't even, $1.73 doesn't even make sense to me as an amount. That's like, those are like the midichlorians or the wills, the small microbiotic creatures that control all the Jedi in Star Wars. They're so small, they're like $1.73.
Yeah.
I wasn't nervous when I did it, though. What was the set like? What are your memories of the set of Just Shoot Me? I felt like, I thought it was a funny show. It's a very violent title. I thought there was a bit of danger to this.
Yeah.
Very.
Well, I thought it was weird because David Spade's on the show. It's called Don't Shoot Me, and I kind of wanted to.
Right.
But, I got over that. But,
Right. Because he's sarcastic.
Yeah.
He made Eddie Murphy sad.
He was?
He made Eddie Murphy sad.
He did?
Yeah, because he went on Weekend Update. I'm not telling tales out of school. This was in the Eddie Murphy documentary. And
We should cut this out of the show, though.
No.
We're leaving this in.
Does it make
This
you
is incendiary information.
Eddie and I were in Beverly Hills Cop 3 together. So I'm a little protective.
You're going to defend your man's honor.
I'm a little protective of him.
Okay.
When Spade came for my guy Eddie, I was like, oh, no, you didn't. He was doing his Hollywood Minute, which is a very sassy piece. The whole point of it is to be very sassy and sarcastic. And he brought up a picture of Eddie, and it was during a period where he was doing challenging work at the box office. Vampire in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Things that were not being well received. And he said, oh, look, a falling star.
Ooh. Of
And
course, he went way up to the stars, David
That's
Spade.
right. That's right. He's got...
He's still up there.
Oh, look.
Power guest! Power guest! Power guest!
We didn't explain what the power guest can do, and Katie, you've done it exactly. The power guest defines what the power guest's powers are.
Yeah.
And you have just deferred your power. You've abdicated the throne. Am I?
I gave it to Colt, and then now I'm giving it to Nora. Yeah, I decide who has the power. And
Oh, it's beautiful.
I think you have it.
Yeah, but it should be Colt.
You gave it to me, but I did not give it to Nora.
No, but I still have it.
It's called redistribution of wealth.
Yes, exactly.
And it's an increasingly popular idea. I get it.
You get it?
I'm a billionaire, and I'm one of the good ones.
You are? Who are the other good ones?
I don't think I should exist, if I'm being honest.
Right.
Yeah.
But I do. All I can do is make the best museum possible. I restore a lot of movies. If you listen to public radio, you'll hear a lot of stuff. Oh, this was made possible by a grant from the Lucas Foundation. Sure. So I
think it was lupus. I hear that a lot. The
No,
Lupus Foundation is
I've met
helping
Geor-
lupus people, not Lucas. not
I've
help-
met George Lucas because I get a lot of his mail, so I'm constantly having.
Oh, wow.
We're constantly having to trade off stuff because I'm like.
Well, he can't get his own mail.
No,
He has lupus.
He's in a terrible state, and he's also a non-billionaire, but he's not diabetic. So it's like everybody's got something going on for them, you know. We all have our cross to bear.
Can I get another drink?
What do you want?
Can I get a Tito's and soda in a tall glass?
Ooh.
Power guest! I got it back from the universe.
Katie,
Hi.
you and I are both writers.
We're both writers, yes. And we
And-
both have done a little television. It's not what we're known for.
I've done a lot of television. Just because no one watched Maniac Mansion doesn't mean it wasn't television. All right, Young Indiana Jones Chronicles.
I'm sorry.
And you've done a lot of television.
Yeah.
And you also act, so we both act, so we have a lot in common. And we get in trouble sometimes because we both write controversial stuff. I wrote Jar Jar Binks.
And I was just doing my goddamn job.
That's right.
Yeah.
How do you know when something's funny? Because I thought Jar Jar Binks was really funny.
You
And
genuinely did?
And the children of the world agreed with me. And now those children are adults, like Patrick.
I'm an adult.
And he thinks,
Patrick's parents are here.
That is true.
that's right. Like
that is true. Yeah.
Patrick's
funny-
parents had a real good marriage, right?
What's a funny joke that you make about that? Like, we're talking about Patrick and how he's an adult, but his parents are here.
Yeah, make a good joke about
And now
that.
you have to do,
I wasn't trying to make a joke about that. It's a nice thing.
I don't get it. No, I'm just saying as an exercise. We're just talking shop. Oh, look.
Yay, Jordan! This is Jordan! I never get to go out, so this is nice.
Don't make a joke about Patrick's parents in an 8-mile riff because the crowd will turn against you.
Katie, I'm just wondering if you want to top that cocktail off.
Here's the thing, and thank you so much for bailing me out of having to tell a joke.
Yeah.
I don't think Malort is that bad. I genuinely don't.
What is it?
It is a wormwood-based liqueur that has started, and you do a shot of it. You don't really drink very. You're just finishing up a white wine.
I mean, I'll try it.
Patrick. Watto, what is it? What have you got?
Malort? This is Jepson's Malort.
It's,
What?
It's a very Chicago. This is what
Yeah.
you do when you come to Chicago.
Right.
You drink this,
Yeah.
and then you're not as cold.
The back of the bottle, George, says, may we suggest Malort. And then there's sort of a character bio for
good.
Malort underneath.
Oh, it's like your cup.
Yeah.
It's very
Malort
similar.
has the aroma and full-bodied flavor of an unusual botanical. Its bitter taste is savored by two-fisted drinkers.
Alcoholics. That's what they're saying.
I don't drink, but I'll have some of that.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Katie, when you said I don't think Malort is that bad, Old Habits Die Hard, I immediately started thinking that would be a good line for someone to say in a Star Wars movie. You could be like an Imperial Guard who's like, I don't think Malort is that bad. And then you'd hear,
That's great.
and then Lord Vader comes in and he's like, who's not bad? And then he'd start choking you. Yeah, because you were like, I don't think he's that bad. He's like, I'm really bad. See how the writing process works?
And I think this is I think it's so fun to write on your feet, not at a computer, but to write with others. Do you ever write with other people?
Did you see that movie, My Left Foot? He wrote with his left foot.
Thank you.
He proves your point
There's
right
no
there.
excuse not to write, guys.
No.
Come on.
Does anyone want this on the panel? Does anyone not
I
want
do. I have to drive tonight.
Colt, no. Okay, Katie's taking one. George is going to take one.
Let me
You've
see
never
what
had
it's like.
Malort?
I don't drink.
Oh, right, because of the
I don't either.
because of the
'Cause of the kidneys and the
athletics
liver?
and
Yeah.
such.
I guess it's just us.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll do it.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
That's not a bad thing. I feel like the way I said that made it sound like a bad thing. That's not a bad thing.
Here, chase it with this.
Oh no. All right, here we go.
It's
You
not
ready,
that
Watto?
bad.
Here, chase it with this.
This seems like it should be sipped like a fine wine.
Oh no. Oh no. That was awesome. That was awesome.
Terrible.
I should clarify.
It's rubbing alcohol, but they put
It
some
is.
It's
orange
not
dye
the
in it.
worst
Like a
thing.
burgundy rubbing alcohol. I should clarify that before the George Lucas talk show started, George Lucas, the man I'm pointing at right now, had only drank 3 times in his life. And since the show started, there has been a tradition where once a year he will drink exclusively his good friend Francis Ford Coppola's wine. So Malort has now joined the esteemed ranks Yeah.
Katie?
I'm sorry, this is incredible.
Here we go.
Hell yeah. Welcome. You could have had it. You
Go
could have
ahead.
been here, man.
Go ahead.
Oh, wow.
Katie, I kind
Oh
of
my
agree
God.
with you. I don't know if
Not
it's
that
that
bad.
the
You're
deep
wrong.
dish maybe built a good bread base for me to consume it, but it went down pretty smooth.
It's no worse than like Jaeger or Rumplemans or anything.
It's just a lot.
Anyone from ICE here? Show yourself.
Oh, no, we're starting.
George, how are you feeling?
Angry.
Angry at the Malort, angry at me for introducing it,
No.
angry at our government.
Yeah, government.
And are you angry?
If
Are
there-
you
if-
angry at a sport team for not doing the thing that it should do to help your life
What is
be
that?
better?
What does that mean?
I want him to get into the Chicago.
He doesn't know what that
headspace.
means, though. He
Wait.
has no idea
Oh,
what you're
right.
talking about.
Sorry.
Wait, what's happening?
Right.
That was powerful.
Sports.
Right, racing. I like car
Like
racing.
pod racing.
I like car
Pod
racing.
racing, yeah.
No, I go to race tracks in our universe and I make up fictional racing.
Okay.
And I've been to WNBA games with my wife.
Whoa!
Good stuff. But
You're an ally.
yeah, well, try to be. I'm not perfect.
No one is.
Nobody is.
No one is.
Nobody is. But if there's anyone from ICE here, come up on stage, Colt, and I will beat you. If that cowardly liar Greg Bovino is here, we can really, I think we can take him.
George, you just had the shots. You just had
He's
them.
got the liquid courage.
I know.
I haven't eaten.
I guess that's true.
Wow.
You and I had some OK pizza earlier, and that was about it today, right?
Earlier, yeah. But I didn't mean to get political, but it's the Malort. The Malort is. It's the Malort talking.
Isn't this wonderful?
It's great.
Colt, what do you get like a script? Do they type out the scripts? Or you get like a PDF? How's it work?
You are shit-faced.
I
I mean, this is just going off the rails, man. You've lost control of the show.
do the Pat Stevens show.
Pat
Stevens.
Pat Stevens
Pat
show?
Stevens.
That sequence?
I don't care who gets the reference. The Pat Stevens show is one of the best sketches in the history of
agree.
Saturday Night Live.
Agree.
Agreed, but George,
Yeah.
check yourself for a second.
What?
You are sitting next to one of the greatest cast members in the history of SNL. Truly, a genuine opinion, you took 2 Malort shots and then turned to her like she was Rin Tin Tin and said, do the Pat Stevens show. A sketch that requires a script and multiple people.
I'm Pat Stevens. I'll do it. It was just a compliment. I didn't mean to be in this. I
didn't take it the wrong way. You know, I was on Pat Sajak's show. Thank you. And I'd never been on a talk show. I didn't want to be, because I didn't want to be on a talk show. And my manager goes, go on, just get your feet wet with him.
Right.
So I sat down. I had an out-of-body experience. I'm looking at him, you know, and he goes, whoa, what about the Pat Stevens? What's that? And I go, well, you know, she was like a real, you know, kind of ditzy woman who came. She didn't know anything, and she doesn't know anything about anything. I said, kind of like you.
That's what you said?
I did. It just came out.
Now that's a power guess.
And, you know,
How did?
the audience hated me.
Yeah.
And
How
I
did he
just
react?
wanted to just get off.
How did he react to that?
He just looked at me. If you could imagine him making a dirty look, then you go,
Yes.
hey, maybe you got some grit, buddy. Go spin that fucking wheel. You know? But I was humiliated.
No,
and
that's good.
I could never be on a talk show.
I think that's
And
worth
now
it.
here you are, and I'm
It's
throwing.
like anybody who saw that said, no, we're not having her on.
But then we said yes, and then here I am asking the same question that Pat Sajak. I feel like a fool. Here I am. I'm doing the Pat Sajak show, asking you to do the Pat Stevens show, and you obstructoids don't even know what I'm talking about.
What was the vibe? What was the vibe when you got off stage? Like
What's that?
when you finished the interview and got off stage, what was the vibe?
Just get out.
Just get out. Yeah.
Don't come back. His show was canceled.
Yeah. That was
And
his least successful show
I never did a
ever.
talk
Yeah.
show again, except, you know, my
Until
own.
now. Nora, I have always heard that he has the biggest fucking noggin in the world. That he has like a famously huge skull. That he's one of those weird,
Oh,
like,
I thought you were talking
bobblehead
about
men.
something else. He
Oh.
was sitting at a desk. I couldn't see. I didn't say, can you stand out here and let me
I heard that
see your bulge,
No. Cranium.
Pat?
Cranium.
Oh, cranium.
I always heard he was built like a bobblehead in the way that played well on TV, but if you saw him in person, you were like, holy shit.
Yeah.
That neck is working
Yeah.
overtime.
Yeah.
But you don't remember
I do
that.
recall a little bit that
Yeah.
I didn't know what a bobblehead was then, but then I go, that's what I thought. I go, if they're ever going to make a bobblehead, there, because he did have a big head, and
Yeah.
it did go like this. He was, you know, trying as hard as he can to be a talk show host, and I just was like what they would call it, bad guest. And I don't
No,
know
I
what,
think you were
I had to black out. Only my manager called me, and he was like, what happened? I go, I just saw Pat Sajak in person. It was just too weird.
Yeah, that's like seeing your teacher in the mall. Or I mean, that's like, you're not supposed to see him outside of his little
It's like seeing your
cage.
teacher naked.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it was.
George, are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's get back to your filmmaking.
Yeah.
I'm
And
never
you're-
gonna make another movie for anyone to ever see.
So are you making movies for yourself?
Yeah, I've been making experimental films since I retired, and no one will ever see them.
Okay.
I don't even show them to Francis. I don't show them to Melody. No one. Steve.
Melody is George's wife.
Who the fuck are these people?
That's Melody.
Francis
wife.
Ford Coppola and Steven Spielberg are George's two best friends. But then Melody is George's wife, a Chicago native.
Right.
Yes. And Melody, we've been on a bit of a promo tour, even though obviously this show is a promo tour stop for others.
Right.
This show has also been a vehicle for us to promote Melody's book.
Yeah.
George's wife wrote her first book right here.
It's a book for children about money. Because it's such a cute story. I was a billionaire, and she was already really rich.
She was very close to being a billionaire herself.
She was so close. It was adorable. She was so close to being a billionaire on her own. So I knew she wasn't after me for my money. I thought, this is real. Because there are people who, when they meet a billionaire, They take off the wedding ring.
That was good.
Now Katie's looking at it. Katie, can you just open to a random page and
Yeah, I
just read
did.
a little
This
bit?
is nicknames for money. Do you have a nickname? Maybe even more than one. Over the years, money has been given a lot of nicknames. Here are some of the most famous ones. Bacon, bread and dough, bucks, cha-ching, cheddar, clams, C-notes, dead presidents, a grand, greenbacks, lettuce, cabbage / spinach, moolah, smackaroony.
Lettuce, cabbage /
Was this
spinach?
written in the 50s? How old is she?
Not as old as me, but also not like showbiz creepy young.
No.
Like she's a woman. She's in a
She's in her 50s.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nifty 50s. And I'm in my 80 gradies. We can't not talk about the Pat Stevens show. I want to. It was, because it was a really, there have been so many like talk show host bits on SNL over the years, and I think that one was really distinctive in a way that you couldn't boil down. I mean, although you boiled it down simply when you're talking to Pat Sajak, but I'm talking about it on a deeper level. There was something about it, and it's interesting when there's a character that has a quality that is funny that you almost can't just boil. Like you can boil it down when you need to, but you had a charm as a performer that made that character. You were instantly sort of hooked watching it. That was my experience anyway.
I loved her. You know who really likes her? Black women. They always come up and go, you played
Like
the best
Melody.
white lady on TV.
Yeah.
And she was ignorant of everything. I had Jimmy Breslin on the Pat Stevens show.
I remember.
And he wrote a book, and she said, what is your book about? And he goes, well, it's about poverty in America. Oh, poverty is a terrible thing, but there's nothing we can do about it. She said, I know there's poor people in the world. I know there's death. I know there's poverty and starvation, but I love shoes. But she was so,
Biggest regret of my life is I could have done anything I wanted in those Star Wars prequels, and I didn't put Pat Stevens in. I swear, because there are people who nitpick the prequels, and they say there's something wrong, and I get defensive. I say they're perfect. But we know that nothing's perfect. But I think, imagine if Pat Stevens had been in Attack of the Clones. Just any scene you want. Like, imagine the scene where, and I never even asked, this is rude. Did you ever see Star Wars?
I can't remember.
So that's a no, because you would have remembered it. There's
I know,
something
I think
blows up at the end of almost all of them.
Yeah.
So even people who don't like them, they wake up at the end because like, ah! They think that's the key to making a movie is blow something up at the end. So even if people hate it and they fall asleep, at the end they're like, oh, because they think they think they're under attack. And then they're like, oh, I didn't see the movie, but there was one part that really woke me up. So Star Wars, I made a bunch of these. And there's a scene, Watto he owns white slaves.
That is true. That's true.
A child and a mom, and it's all in the Taco Bell cup. And
There's a
and
right here.
there's a scene where one of the boy slave has grown up, and he goes back to get his mom from Watto. And Watto has a hat now.
It's my sequel hat. You know how you talk about like finding your character? First movie, I was like, this guy doesn't have a hat. The second movie, some years have passed. They've recast the boy. It's a different actor. There's like a whole transformation. I'm like, the audience, when they see me, they need to see an implied change that happened in between films. And I was reading the script, and I got my pencil out, and I'm chewing on it, and I go, I'm visualizing a hat. Wow. I think let's put something on top of here.
And here's the thing. We didn't need that hat.
Yeah.
What Watto needed was a wife.
Yeah.
And that wife should have been Pat Stevens.
Wait a second.
We lose the hat. We lose the hat. Because the way we know that time has gone by is he doesn't own slaves anymore because Pat Stevens wasn't going to stand for that. Who's this lady? She's
How
my
did
slave.
she get to Tatooine?
What?
Pat Stevens.
I don't know. Let's figure
Let's
out.
write.
How did
Let's
Pat
riff.
Stevens? obviously, these movies took place a long time ago. It's not going to be the same Pat Stevens
I'm
who hosts a
sorry.
talk show in 20th century America. But you have to start thinking, well, maybe there was the universe is vast and filled with mysterious things. Maybe there was another Pat Stevens who got married to Watto.
Space Pat Stevens.
Space Pat Stevens.
So
Yeah.
you're using
You put the word
multiverse
space in front of
stuff.
it, that's an instant fix. You're like, well, there's Pat Stevens and then there's
Yeah.
Space Pat Stevens.
Now, I will say
Yeah.
that could be considered lazy writing.
Oh, yeah, but I don't care what people say. I'm a billionaire.
That's right.
Oh, every person who's ever said the phrase lazy writing has done nothing with their life. Here's a news flash. Internet users,
George.
all of you who use the phrase lazy writing to talk about produced writing,
George.
you've done nothing with your lives.
George.
Oh, tell me
George.
about plot armor. I want to
George.
hear more.
George.
I want to hear your insight.
George.
What?
One of your guests just said that phrase.
She's a writer. I'm
You said
talking about the
anyone.
people. I'm talking
Oh,
about
you're
people.
talking about
talking about
people,
internet-only
internet
people.
writers.
Internet
Comment.
only.
Oh,
And I love digital stuff.
right.
And you're not on the internet.
Me?
Yeah, you never say anything on the internet.
I've never said anything on the internet that got me sent human shit in the mail. Never
No.
in my life.
Let's talk about it in a second. In a second. Let's finish Space Pat Stevens.
Watto gets married.
Can we unpack this for a second?
Yeah.
First movie, Watto is a gambling addict, a haggler. He owns a junk shop.
Yeah.
His
He's
real
dicey with,
He's
in a
got
lot
dice.
of ways.
He
He's
has dice.
dicey in a
Look at
lot
this.
of ways.
You're going to love
You know
this.
what I mean?
Katie, you're going to love this. It's a bag of dice.
Yeah. That's
There
what
you
I
go.
was referring to, his
Yeah,
dicey.
there you go.
No thanks.
Okay. Got these chance cubes, which are 50-50.
Yeah.
There are only two outcomes, even though it has all the sides.
Here you go, guys.
But the idea is he feels like even though he lives on a razor's edge, he's sitting pretty, right? And he's got these two white slaves.
Don't need to tell me twice.
It's very coded.
Yeah.
That were friends.
For the people at home, I'm so sorry we had to bleep that out. You have no idea what we're talking about.
I know.
Live theater.
A mother and a son, right? And he makes a bet with some Jedi.
You're talking about Sophie's Choice.
Kind of.
I don't know. I couldn't have seen this movie because it's deeper than 2001: Space Odyssey.
Oh, no
I never
question.
figured that one out. Now this
yeah.
one sounds
It
like.
is so much smarter and more sophisticated than that Kubrick fluff, which is like, oh, what if a bone was thrown in the air? Okay.
I can't believe it took this long. I can't believe it took this long for someone to come up with the perfect tagline for that poster. What if a bone was thrown? 2001: A Space Odyssey.
People's minds
Lines
are blown.
around the block.
Yeah.
No longer is this for the artsy cinema buffs. Now everyone's like, what if a bone was
Yes.
thrown?
Like
What kind of
all
bone?
this character backstory, I'm telling you, I'm like the 17th name on the call sheet in that movie. Like this isn't even the main arc, right? But he bets it all on this race and he loses. This is what's crazy. He loses his slave by betting against him in a race. He's like, this kid who I own doesn't have what it takes to win the pod race, right? And he loses him, and the Jedi take the kid, and they're like, we're going to train him. Second movie, this kid comes back home, and he's like 18 now. He's got a girlfriend.
He's a hunk.
She's a senator.
She's a babe.
She used to be a queen, and he's looking for his mom, right? So
Spoiler, guys, by the way.
he
Spoiler.
goes back to fight. We'll cut this out of the
For
show.
me, it is, for
We'll
sure.
cut this
I
out of
can't
the
believe
show.
this movie even got made. How did this get passed into getting
Because
produced?
no one
I
was
can't
there to say
follow it.
no, Nora.
Self-finance.
Yeah, I self-finance. These are
Oh, you did? Oh, of
these are
course.
indie movies. You like indie movies?
Yeah. It's an art house film.
I
Art
paid.
house.
I paid for these
Yeah.
films,
Wow.
and so I just asked myself, do I like what I wrote? Yes, I do.
Oh, yeah.
So this is where
now
George,
I get it.
This is where George is trying to enter Pat Stevens. About halfway through the second film, he goes back to try to find his mom. He finds Watto. Hat, more stubble. I don't even reckon. Little Annie, oh my God. It's been so long, I miss you. And you're sort of like, oh, Watto seems to have kind of hit rock bottom in the time that we've been away. Things have been bad, right? And he's like, where's my mom? And he's like, sold her, I don't know. That's the whole scene. Now, George is proposing.
And you're still living it.
Yeah.
You're living the scene. It's amazing.
Yeah.
And that little kid grows up to be Darth Vader.
He becomes Darth Vader.
So someone just learned that. You know
Now-
Darth Vader, right?
I do, but I'm thinking about Jesus, a different movie.
It's well, this
Little
is,
boy grows up to be
So similar, though.
Jesus the King.
you
Yeah.
wouldn't believe this. So when they're going back to the first movie, we're going back to the first
Okay.
movie, right? They meet this kid, and the Jedi, Liam Neeson, is like, you're the mother, who's this kid's father? Watto? And she's like, no father. Immaculate conception.
That's right.
Yeah.
Joseph. I wonder who had that part.
And then he's like, because I'm testing his blood, and his like miracle power is through the roof.
Yeah.
This kid could do anything.
This is tying into with 21 Space Odyssey because you're talking about monkeys
Yeah.
and boners.
Yeah.
And then you go to Jesus's
Absolutely.
so-called dad.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
And he goes, I didn't even have a boner and I got a kid.
Exactly.
So it's all kind of, you can kind
Yeah.
of see where he took some of his ideas, probably from 21 Space
They
Odyssey.
always use that excuse, by the way. The kid couldn't be mine. I didn't even have a boner.
Yeah.
It's like I'm so tired of hearing that line over and over again.
When I first submitted my first draft of Phantom Menace around Lucasfilm, I'm sending it around. My lawyers take a look at it. My lawyers come into the room. My lawyers are not the brightest sparks in the
Why?
blood.
Oh,
Why?
wow.
All right?
You have so much money.
What do you mean?
Hire.
He's not my lawyer.
You're gonna have to bleep that out.
Patrick, this is your, every time someone says you're the one who has to bleep it out. Why are you making more work for yourself?
That's fine.
Meter is through the roof. This is the most times we've ever said in the show, and it's because of you, and now it's gonna cost you.
And
Time
I'm
money.
not done saying it. I'm gonna throw it in every now and then. Now that we are so willy-nilly throwing it around, is not my lawyer, and he never has been. My lawyers. When Mad Magazine did a spoof of The Empire Strikes Back, my lawyers sent them a cease and desist letter saying, pull all of the issues because you're spoofing The Empire Strikes Back and you don't have the right to do that. And what they sent back, what Mad Magazine sent back to my lawyers, was a note I had sent Mad Magazine saying, I love this spoof. I want to buy the artwork. It belongs in a museum.
It's true. That's a real.
Wow.
Because I love Mad Magazine. I love being spoofed. I don't care. Anybody can spoof me. If someone spoofed me, I would go on their show. That's how cool I am. Eventually. But what I'm saying is my lawyers aren't too bright.
Yeah.
They come in, the Phantom Menace draft is going around. They're the first people we need to read the script, make sure everything, blah, 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 blah. They come in, and they got a copy of the Bible with them, and they're like, we got a problem, boss. You're pulling stuff from this, all left, right, and
But
center.
that's got to be public domain by
Well,
this point.
you're getting ahead of me because you're a writer, and you get
Sorry,
this.
Yes.
we're riffing.
I said, turned it to the page with all the copyright info. Who owns the copyright to this story?
I just want to clear the air. Katie leaned over to me and said, can you pour me another shot? What did you say?
I said, give him another one.
Oh, I thought you said, give me another one. And I
I
was
mean,
like,
that sounds like me.
I guess
but
so, sure.
It is the most power guest shit I have ever seen.
Power guest. Power guest. Power guest.
Power guest.
So here's what I'm thinking.
Can you pour me one while George finishes
Yeah,
his story?
sure.
Thank you.
So here's what I'm thinking. Attack of the Clones. Little Annie is now big, tall, strong Annie. Big Annie, strong Annie. Comes up to Watto, tears in his eyes. He says, sir. I would like to save my mother. I'd like to buy my. I'm here to rescue my mother, essentially, because this whole time he's been growing up, his mother he thinks has been Watto's property. In the regular version that we released, the rough cut that we put out into theaters, Watto's just like, oh, I just sold her 5 minutes ago to some Tuscan Raiders. And he has to go find her, and she dies. And then that's the end of the story. And we don't really explain it. We're just like, he has a hat, he's different. But I think if Space Pat Stevens was there, she could have been like, oh, God, I told him get rid of that slave. We're not, I said, you want to put a ring on this finger and keep it out of my pocket.
What about a Sweeney sister?
The Sweeney sisters, yeah, it could have been da-da-da-boop-boop-bop-bop-dot, diddly-doo.
They should be in space. For
Oh,
sure.
absolutely.
Yeah.
They're a pretty spacey couple
They
of
should
characters.
open the museum.
Oh, a space museum? Can you imagine?
Yeah.
I mean, Nora, I'm already putting Pat Stevens in the movie, but I'll put any character, any.
Yeah.
I'll put any of your characters in a Star Wars if I was making them now.
Babette,
Hey,
Babette
George.
would fit great in Star Wars.
right.
She'd be a
Yeah.
great Star Wars character.
I think it's important that we all acknowledge how incredible Nora Dunn
Yes.
is.
Yes.
And what
No,
she
no,
did.
no.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
What
what she did for women in comedy, what
Yes.
she did for
Great.
SNL, like she's.
Yes.
I'm nobody.
in
I'm
fact-
nothing.
No, I want to take the moment to say cheers to Nora Dunn. Here, George, I was
Oh,
holding this for you.
One time.
It's not that
Hang
bad.
on. One
He's getting
time
a
we-
full body cleanse.
I'll say this. One time we did a show on a cruise ship, and it was a comedy and music cruise. It was a very cool, fun cruise. And George drank a bunch of milk, and he's handling this better than he handled the milk.
They gave me a pitcher of milk and I drank it. Here's the thing. Anybody see the Jason Reitman Saturday Night movie?
Yeah.
There's no way you all saw it. It didn't do that well. What a bunch of bovinos. What a bunch of bovinos you are. That's my new word for a liar, because he perjured himself. Greg Bovino perjured himself. He committed perjury. He's a regular Mark Furman. He perjured himself, and I don't know why. I don't know why when people obviously perjure themselves, they don't convict them with perjury. Greg Bovino perjured himself.
Who is Greg Bovino?
Greg Bovino. Everybody here knows who Greg Bovino is.
Yeah.
Boo! They should call him Greg Boovino. Boo!
Vino.
I hate Greg Bovino.
Yeah.
And we will be selling I Hate Greg Bovino shirts out in the lobby after the show.
Greg Bovino sounds like the worst Sandra Boynton character ever created.
Oh, this is like a very recent thing.
That's the most obscure. That is the most.
is
You
the
clapped.
very-
That is the most
Oh,
obscure thing I've ever said on this show. Cassandra Boynton draws cow characters, and Greg Bovine is cow.
That's just
He
the guy.
perjured himself. He perjured himself. How did I get on this topic? Greg Bovino
Yes.
perjured himself.
Yeah,
This
George,
is the
I
guy
can
from
remind you how you got on this topic.
Yeah.
You said, did anyone see Jason Reitman's Saturday Night Live movie?
All right. I liked it. I think it's a thriller about, like, will a show happen or not? I want them to make sequels. Did you happen to see the Jason Reitman Saturday Night movie?
I didn't.
Okay. It's fine.
I don't think anyone that worked there has watched it.
No, and I can't imagine. I'm trying to remember if they'd made a movie about my dad's stationery store, I wouldn't
Right?
have watched
Like
it.
you would.
I'm just trying to think of when I had a job that wasn't, like, unrelatable.
The thought of watching it sounds awful to me.
It was a movie that was basically it was a dramatized version of, like, oh my God, that maybe they won't make it to air in 1975 on the first night.
Oh.
And there's, like, one thing that's, like, true to the night, which is that Billy Crystal was there and he's supposed to be on the show and he gets cut from the show. But everything else is, like, stuff that happened over the course of 5 years or didn't happen at all. Yep. It's just a dramatized. They take poetic license.
There is a scene in the movie, no joke, where a writer in the writer's room before the premiere episode in 1975
Minutes before.
is eating from a box of colon blow, a sketch from during your tenure, as if they made the prop, put put edible cereal in it, and the writers just kept reaching into it and going, sketch isn't ready yet. Give it another decade or so.
To be fair, they do have colon blow in bowls sitting around. Like the
I think that's what that's going to do to you. Looking, blow out your colon, it can be a good thing.
Can I pull a real power guest move?
Yeah.
So, George, I feel as though you're in a vulnerable state. And so I have a question for you.
Yeah.
I had to write it down.
She's going to her notes.
I have to go to my notes.
She doesn't know her code.
I don't.
This is the third time trying to type it in.
Like
It's
4
also,
tries.
can I say this? It's in a group chat.
I know it is. So I was talking to the Weekend Update guys.
Oh.
And I wanted to. Wow, what
Wait,
a
current?
what
Current?
not a brag.
Current?
And
Wait, current?
Yes.
maybe.
Okay.
Patrick, don't look it over at her phone.
No, I'm talking to
Wait, you're talking
Dennis
to
Miller.
Rich Little?
Rich Hall. Please ask him why the fuck Luke needs to throw a skull to push a button to drop the gate on the Rancor when that literally has to be day 1 of Use the Force school. And I think that's a good question. I think that's a good question.
Because it's a movie, loser.
Power host! Power host! Power host! Power host!
But here's the thing. I was thinking about how first movie's like, oh, no, the first 5 years happened in one night, and we almost didn't make a show or whatever. And I wanted to do sequels. I wanted to do sequels because I think it would be really cool if the next one was all about how, like, the show gets bad, but then my friend Eddie saves the show.
Oh, you're back on SNL.
They could really, like, dramatize where it's like, look at a teenager to do it, and the teenager saves the show or whatever. But I think it would be fun to do a series of movies where it just really, really dramatizes things that happen on Saturday Night Live.
It's like 7 Up.
Like what?
The 7 Up movies?
About the children who become adults?
Yeah.
This.
Yeah.
The Michael Ritchie movies about the British children?
Michael Apted.
Michael Apted.
The Michael Apted?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I got the Michael wrong. We've had problems with mics the whole show. Yeah. Michael Apted. How apt. I'm rich, so I thought Richie. But I think if they made a bunch of, like, if every Saturday Night Live movie sort of, like, condensed years of drama into a dramatic movie. So it's like the next movie is like 1980 or it's like, Lorne, you're fired. Let's bring in Woody Allen's friend to take over the show. Let's do this, let's do that. And then, oh no, it's bad. But then Eddie Murphy saves the show at different points like that. But if you're mapping out the Saturday night movies to make thrillers out of them, because that's what it was. It was a thriller. It's not a comedy. It's not a comedy. It's a thriller about
It's a comedic thriller where the Darth Vader is the ticking clock. That's a real thing that Jason Reitman said in an interview about the movie.
He said that? He said Darth Vader is the ticking clock?
Oh,
He
we
said-
got to defund the arts.
He said. He said. And
That
I quote,
sucks. Everybody
It's
learn how to be a plumber or something. That sucks.
it's a comedic thriller, and our villain is time. Our Darth Vader is the clock.
Ooh,
Ticking
I'm
to
flattered.
11:30.
That's nice. I gotta send Jason $1 million. That's what billionaires should do. That should be like every now and then, like, oh, that's nice. Here's $1 million. Just change lives with the little gifts.
You should celebrate him saying that with a shot of Malort.
Give me a cup.
God bless him.
Oh, anyway, I gotta say this before I do my next shot. And forgive me if I'm bringing up a turbulent time. But you are one of the few people in the history, 51 seasons of Saturday Night Live, you're one of the few characters that as a storyteller, as a dramatist, hold on. You're one of the few people in the history of Saturday Night Live who actually took a dramatic stand that would be like an exciting.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be a really cool, like if they would just just to accept the fact that the first Saturday Night movie was just the beginning of a franchise, and as you make more of them, people will be like, well, I gotta see the first one now about how they almost didn't make a show. But like, you have an exciting thing that would be like, that would be like a cool central issue for a movie. A cast member being like, this is not acceptable. I don't think we should be platforming this guy.
Do you want to explain what you're saying?
Me? Me? Wow. You think I haven't given enough context to a 2025 audience of people who came out in Chicago that I'm assuming you're saying, hold on.
Can I tell you? This is such a quintessential Chicago
Hold on,
experience.
Are we wrestling?
You were gonna fall off that stage and you had like 9 shots.
He's a baby face.
He won't fight me. He won't fight me. He won't fight me without a script.
Wait.
What's your wrestling
I was trying
name,
to save your
George?
life, and now you want to fight me.
No. It's not that I wanted to fight you. It's that you didn't want to fight me. What? Okay. Katie thinks that a 2025 audience does not know the particulars of what happened in television decades ago. Hickory dickory dock. There's this guy. He was in the movie Blue Jasmine, the Woody Allen movie.
Are you an Andrew Dice Clay fan?
No, I'm talking about. Oh, Colt, you don't even know, do you, about it?
About Andrew Dice Clay?
Hickory dickory dock.
No, I don't know that.
What? Are you okay with talking about it? A little bit?
I
Yeah.
want to know
Because-
what you're talking about.
Yeah. What?
Hickory dickory dock.
That was one of the
If you
things.
don't want, if you're uncomfortable, just say and it has to get edited out.
Yeah.
Andrew Dice Clay. He was.
I didn't know. Now I know. I'm so sorry.
Can I just say, like, very quickly for everyone?
Watto, summarize the history.
Andrew Dice Clay was hosting the show, and he'd become incredibly popular, and the majority of his material was steeped in the kind of very casual, offhand misogyny as like a baseline reality. And he was. Thank you. And he was hosting the show, and you took this incredibly principled stance and said, I don't want to be on the show with him.
Yeah, because he had rape jokes.
Absolutely.
That were thought they were funny.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But I will say, it was an incredibly brave, correct, principled thing to do in the time, and is all the more astounding. And I don't say this backhandedly to anyone who has worked on the show since then, a show that will sometimes reprimand people for trying to take a stand or speak truth to power or whatever, that like there have only been more and more irresponsible platformings of people on that show.
Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Trump hosted the show.
Twice.
I know. I mean, yeah.
Elon Musk, like the amount of like,
MBS
Yes.
is hosting the Christmas show.
General Grievous. Everyone forgets that Grievous hosted the show to promote Revenge of the Sith. But it is a thing because it was such a like lightning bolt out of the blue, and you did that, and it made such an impact. And it does always astound me that no one has done that since
She's
then.
the only one to do that.
Ever.
It's
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah.
That's great.
And I actually called Sinead O'Connor. I called Sinead O'Connor. She was going to do it too, and she said I don't know what he does, and I said, well, for one thing, one of his jokes is talking about your wife. Stick her head in the toilet, fuck her up the ass, and tell her to make your eggs.
Hilarious!
Oh, that gets me every time.
Yeah.
Oh, and you know, just the ease of faggots, and they deserved it. But the audience didn't laugh. The audience screamed and yelled. And I lived in the West Village. They would come down and start beating people up, gay people. I mean, it was just a wrong choice. Let's put it that way.
I also,
so I sent her
yeah.
the CD. I said, listen to the CD. And I think that was the worst thing with Lauren. That she said no. He was furious.
Yeah.
He had nothing.
But no one's done that since.
Nothing.
No one's done
No
that
one's
since.
done that since.
No, and I also, I think he's an interesting counterpoint to a lot of people who have a humongous platform today. And that there was this degree of, oh, he's playing a character, it's a meta thing, he's playing a role of a misogynist, but that goes from being a thing that's understood within a comedy club context to clearly his success was boosted by people being like, this guy makes some good points.
Acceptable. I mean,
Right.
what happened to Buck Henry? What happened to Lily Tomlin? All these great people that made the show that first season.
Also,
Just
they
the
don't do
best
the
hosts.
they don't do the bees anymore. Where's the bees? Season 1 full of bees, and then no bees. It's a full colony collapse in the show on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
50 seasons with no bees.
have
One
another
season
show.
with bees.
Yeah.
Where's the
There-
bees, Lauren? Where's the fucking bees?
There is nothing in the 51 years of Saturday Night Live that has made George more irate. And George is a man with very, very strongly held political
And you never
beliefs and
hosted.
morals.
I never hosted.
Yeah.
That was.
I mean, I was at the 50th. I was not the 50th. I was at the 40th. The
Yeah.
40th.
Yeah.
It was a fun time, but I should have been a principal stand.
Yeah.
You skipped 50.
I skipped 50 because I said, Andrew Dice Clay, I don't want to. I won't. Better late than never, right? I did the 40th. I did the. No. I did the 40th. I showed up for the 40th. I remember Bobby Moynihan came up to me. Bobby Moynihan, drunk uncle. Bobby Moynihan came up
George,
to me.
you love Drunk Uncle. You relate a lot to Drunk Uncle sometimes.
Bobby Moynihan came up to me at the SNL 40 and it was like, Mr. Lucas, I'm a big fan. I'm on Saturday Night Live. And I was like, dude, everyone in the room is on Saturday Night Live. That is the least impressive thing you could say in this room. Bobby Moynihan. He said, can I take a picture? I said, yeah, but I'm not going to smile.
You got to take a stand, you know.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not going to smile. And the
was
reason
very
I wasn't
similar,
smiling is
yeah.
because I was like, now it's time to take a stand about Andrew Dice Clay. And then I didn't go to the 50th.
You didn't go.
So in
Is
a
that
way,
why?
we both took a stand, but mine was subtler and less brave.
Yeah.
All of
know
what
it.
he just said is real.
Yeah. I probably saw you, but I didn't recognize you.
Yeah. It's
I think a lot of that's the thing about being a director. You're not seen on the screen, and so
you
people.
get it. You get it. And you've worked with directors that are difficult sometimes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. David O. Russell.
Oh yeah.
Three Kings.
I told on him.
You
know,
told
he-
on him?
He attacked me at a party.
He attacked you at a
Yeah,
party?
He attacked me at a party.
Was
She's
this
the greatest.
before or after the movie?
Obstructoids. Are you hearing this?
They're saying
He's
no.
crazy.
Down from the obstructoids.
He is crazy.
What about these
Oh.
instructoids?
Oh,
David
but
O.
Also
Russell.
thumbs down. Also thumbs down.
If David O. Russell is in the house right now,
David, come on
Colt
up.
Cabana and I will beat you up.
No, I'll tell you who beat him up. George Clooney.
Yeah.
Yep.
George Clooney. I was sitting on a rock, you know, watching him. I go, well, I guess he's giving him some direction because he was mad at George Clooney the whole movie. And George
Why
Clooney.
was he mad at him?
He
Because
didn't
he's
like the
better
acting.
than him?
Yeah, so he said, Clooney came up and said, you're treating these extras really bad. You're because they were having to fight, and you need to be better to the extra. And he goes, why don't you worry about your acting? Wow.
I've never said that to an actor. In any of my movies.
And it shows.
You don't do it. Whatever they're
Exactly.
doing is fine.
Yeah.
Whatever they're doing is fine. Don't say worry about your acting. Don't worry about the acting. It's just
a
acting.
space movie. You don't act.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, but
We'll just change it digitally if we need to.
yes. AI now, you can make people fight. But Clooney hauled off and started. I thought he was going to kill him.
Jay Kelly.
He had him on the ground.
Mr.
Wow.
He was beating the crap out of him.
How were you feeling in that moment?
I just sat there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm like,
Yeah.
let him work it out.
Yeah.
Did you get along with George?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You get along with George's.
Who's your
He's a
favorite
little more
George?
recognizable.
Who's
but
your
I mean, I'm
favorite
not-
George you've worked with of all the Georges?
Because this is work.
Because this is
George.
work.
This counts as we
I
work
can't
together.
remember any of them more. George. Never
George
even
Siegel
never met
from Just
George
Shoot Me?
Bush. Huh?
George Siegel from
we
Just
both work
Shoot
with
Me?
George Siegel on Just Shoot Me.
Oh yeah, no.
We both. I wasn't a fan of George W. Bush.
Never worked with him.
I never worked with him either.
Yeah. Poor guy.
Sorry to get
George
so
Cheney? No, the wrong name. He was a dick.
Oh, he died.
I'll be here next week.
Can I ask a serious, a sincere question, Nora? Because you were saying you went to the office, you played the CD for them. You were saying, like, this is why I'm upset about the idea of having to be on the show with them.
No, I gave it to her. I gave it to Sinead. Yeah.
Okay. And you said they got angry about that. But obviously, you remained on the show.
Well, for I came on the last episode.
Yeah, of that season.
Yeah,
And
but
then
that
were
was
you-
my last season.
that
It
was your
my
last
fifth
season.
year, and I
Okay.
was going. But see, I had an AP, not to bore people. I had the AP guy called me. He said, "You know, tomorrow's paper is going to say that your contract's not being renewed for Saturday Night Live." I said, "They know I'm not coming back, so that's my contract."
You
is
had made
over."
that decision
Yeah.
already. Yeah.
And he said, well, I think it has something to do with this Andrew Dice Clay thing. If you make your announcement that you're not doing the show, I can put it on the wire. It'll go in there first. They're going to have to draw that whole thing away because they're trying to make it look like you're not doing the show because of your contract.
Yeah.
So they did, and it was in the paper before them. And that's
Wow.
when everything just collapsed.
Yeah.
And Lauren lost his mind. I was like, oh. Not funny, but...
Oh,
I
man,
said,
what
get
if he was
George
like- what if-
Lucas, he's available.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know,
I just said it three.
I pitched you.
Me?
Yeah, to
To
do
go
the
on the
show.
show?
And I never met you, and nothing. But I said, you know, I'm sure he's available.
Who, Dice Clay or
Yeah. Yeah. We.
Did you ever see Indiana Jones movie? Raiders of the Lost Ark?
I did, yeah.
Or American Graffiti. That's one that people who don't.
Oh, yes.
That's people who don't like, who think they don't like my movies. They like that one.
But
They're
you
like,
didn't write it.
I didn't write the screenplay, but I wrote the story.
That you have to have the screenplay to make a movie.
I know, but the story, like I helped write it.
You probably came in the room and said, "This is not the way you spell and." You spelled ant, A-N-T, and it's A-N-D, that kind of thing.
Can I defend my man's honor for a second?
He created you.
He did create me. He's basically my dad.
Daddy George.
It was his idea, it was his incubation, and one could argue there was a wiseness in that early movie to say
Wisdom, not wiseness. Wisdom.
a wisdom. I'm sorry, I'm 3 Malort shots behind you. I haven't reached your linguistic...
You don't say, here, that's a writer, right? You don't say wiseness if you can say wisdom.
George, in his wisdom, his first movie was a very kind of cold, emotionless sci-fi, I was going to say satire, but more a parable about a society without emotions. And here he wants to make a film that's a little more relatable, a little more accessible. And he hires the writers, and he says, this is what I want the film to be. It's not a script he picks up. He goes, I don't know how to execute this. This needs characterization, it needs dialogue, it needs emotion. And he spells it out, and he lets them work. And then he brings justice to their script.
But why does he have a hat that looks like a World War I helmet? I mean, that's, if I can't remember the film, but if that was in it, I would just stick out to me. You know?
No, Star Wars is kind of the great melting pot of influences, you know? The samurai, the cowboy, you know? The World War II. It's all about the rise of fascism, but it's using the language of all great mythology. And so Watto has a little doughboy hat.
Are you okay, George?
George.
It's really hitting me.
George.
What is this, Watto? What is this that you're handing him?
You don't want orange juice?
No, George, you should drink this orange
I
juice.
got it as a mixer.
I'm diabetic. I can't. It's too sweet.
Drink.
How do you normally wrap this up?
What?
Oh, no. I guess that's how you wrap it up. Oh, no, don't get him, go. Don't get him. George, wait. George, come on, man.
I think he really does
No,
want
you
to
have
get
to.
wrestled.
There's one way to wrap this up, George.
What
I
is
think
that?
he
Can
wants
you
to get
look
wrestled.
what 3 people have put on stage. Okay, can someone at the den bring us a hammer or a screwdriver?
You want to hand them a hammer in this state?
Yeah, a hammer. Does anyone? Do we have one up there?
Will you do a favor and explain this to Nora?
Yeah, Nora. George has a thing. In the 1990s, he re-released the Star Wars movies and put new special effects on them and new stuff like that. There were a lot of these copies that were released in the 70s and 80s that George considers rough cuts or not complete. So when people bring these old versions to George, he will destroy them on stage. And that's normally how we wrap up the show. So these are 1980s copies of Star Wars. It's
from Chicago. It's the George Lucas Show.
now.
I want to thank our wonderful guests, Nora Dunn, Colt Cabana, Katie Rich.
Now, we're going to be out in the lobby in a few minutes. Go get an orderly line. We'll sign stuff. We have posters. We have copies of the documentary that just came out on Blu-ray. We have copies out there. We'll sign them all. We'll see you out there in a few minutes. Thank you so much, everybody.
Priceless Facts About Money is available wherever books are sold. I'm sorry you don't have my museum. I want to thank everyone for coming out tonight, and may the force be with you always.